You know, the topic, Tego, that we wanted to talk about, we can jump right in, right?
Yeah.
You know, stay calm, right?
Yeah.
It's the market's hard for home buyers right now.
It is. You know, one of the things that we've seen a lot of, and if you are a home buyer or know somebody that's, you know, looking to buy a home right now, frustration seems to be the key term, right? And
it's an emotional roller coaster, right? Being a home buyer, you go, you look at houses, you pick your favorite one, you get that offer in right away that seems like a good offer, and you don't get selected, and you have, you know, you go back out and look for more homes and find another one, and you get all your hopes and dreams in that house, and my family is going to be here, and you put in an offer and you might not get it. You know, that could happen several times. It can be very frustrating. But it seems like lately, Tego especially, I've always said this, but I've seen a few instances in the last few weeks where the house the person didn't get the first time, the house that they ended up being able to buy and being selected to buy is really the better house. You know, it was like meant to be.
Many times over the years we've seen that, Tracy, and we can personally attest to that as well. That, you know, we lost out on a house we were purchasing, and turns out the home we ended up buying was even better.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad for what we ended up with versus the offer that didn't get accepted.
Yeah. So I think you know, I think the takeaway for buyers right now is patience. You know, it is going to take some time. Or you might get lucky, right? You might decide, okay, now's the time. I'm going to go talk to a lender. I'm going to get my pre-approval. I'm going to be ready to go to buy. And you start looking, and all of a sudden, oh, well, there's the perfect home, and you get it.
And you end up being able to buy it.
And being able to buy it. However, more today, it's people are having to put in multiple offers. They're going to have to spend a lot of time watching new home listings as they come on the market, to be there ready to go look at it as soon as it's available.
Totally.
And to hit the ground running with the offer. And a great realtor, Tracy, we're gonna talk about the realtor community here. And I know we're kind of we're talking about ourselves here, but having a great realtor is key, right? Because what's that realtor going to do for somebody that's looking for that home?
You know, the realtor is going to go to their experience of what works, you know, the communication and the strategies and tactics to help our buyers get their offers selected.
It's not all about price, is it?
It's not all about price. There's a lot of human element in it. Unless we're working with a seller that's, you know, a company or something, even then the agent has some human element involved. But yeah, patience is the key. Don't lose faith. It'll happen.
Well, there's the story we talked about last week. I'm just going to circle back to it because I think it's part of this conversation. Is how come there's so few homes on the market? How come we don't have more homes on the market? I saw a chart the other day,
I was going to say, I'm
Tracy.
sure you have a chart for that.
I got a chart for that.
Yeah.
And what it looked at was how many homes were built by decade. And so it went back, you know, from, actually the 30s to 40s, the 40s to 50s, 50s to 60s, and so on, right, all the way through. So in 2000 to 2009, for example, so during that 10-year period, there were 27 million homes built in the United States. The 10 years before that, the 90s, it was 26.7, and then 25 million in the 80s, and 26 million in the 70s. Well, in the teens, let's say, from 2010 until 2019, there were only 5.8 million homes built in the United States, which is
That's
what's the math on that? Less than a third, a quarter. It's less than a quarter, right?
Right.
So we have underbuilt for the last 10 years. That's nationwide, Albuquerque in particular, and along that line, I could talk about the journal article that came out last week that I was quoted in, and that, you know, Albuquerque actually for new construction is way behind many other markets in the country on new residential construction.
So let me just recap that, Tego.
Yeah.
From 1970 to 2009, each 10-year decade,
Yep.
there were over 25 million homes built each
Yep.
year in the United States. 2010 to 2019, there were less than 6
Yep.
million. So you're right, less than a quarter of what we were seeing all those other decades. So that contributed. We've been calling it the lost decade.
Yeah, we have.
And, all of those homes that didn't come on the market, we have all these buyers now. Interest rates are low. It's a favorable time to buy, especially with people who've been in apartments, in multifamily, and with COVID being stuck there with, not stuck with kids, but home with a full house bustling, trying to do school, perhaps work from home, realizing it's time to get a house that works for my family. We have a lot of people looking for homes.
Well, with the favorable interest rates that do not look like, and we'll get to the Fannie Mae, or is it Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac? Freddie Mac housing forecast, and interest rates don't look like they're going to go down, go up anytime soon.
They have gone back down a little bit, though.
They did just
in the last week.
That's true. They did.
They're more favorable.
Well, so just to wrap that up, if people are looking to buy a home this year, get yourself a good realtor that's really going to work with you and bird dog for you as well, because we do hear about coming soon listings, homes that aren't on any of the national websites or any of the public websites. The other day there were 60 homes in the local Albuquerque MLS that were in coming soon status, which means they're
in the pipeline.
Yeah, they're in the pipeline, but they haven't gone out to what we call syndication in the MLS world. They haven't gone out to all the websites that show those listings.
They're not public yet.
They're not public yet.
It's giving us as realtors the heads up that they're coming, but they're not public.
So a good realtor, patience.
A good realtor is just a broad stroke, though, Tego. I mean, a good realtor, there's a lot of good realtors. What makes one... But we won't go into that. So
we won't go down
a good
that
lending strategy, a
Yep.
great local lender.
Yep.
So
all those things. And there's we could name 100 different things that are going to make a difference or to winning that offer or not.